Welcome back to the channel. I am outside enjoying the gorgeous Seattle sun right now, and I want to share with you my first 2 weeks of priming, including my body update, body weight. Yes, I stepped on the scale just for you to show you the changes in weight as well as in progress pictures. Before we get into the video, I wanted to ask, how are you? How are you doing with carnivore, but also how are you in general? I want to know your latest and greatest update down below in the comments. Later in this video, I will definitely include a coach's check-in where I talk to Coach Raymond and Coach Emily, ask them questions, go over what exactly will I do, how will I eat. So let's just open up with revealing my body pics. My body from day one, the day that I started my priming, I snapped these photos first thing in the morning. So I always took my progress photos right when I woke up in the morning. You can clearly tell that my stomach is distended, bloated. It's just out. When I came back from China, my body was different. It felt different. It looked different. And I was starting to have physical pain. Just to summarize, I had a lot of lower back pain every single day, especially during my cycles. It was because of all of the processed foods that I was eating every single day, almost every single meal. Sometimes they were full meal replacements. Yes, they were all carnivore, but not clean ingredients. It caused me to gain a lot of weight, feel bloated, puffy, poor sleep, and the lower back pain. That's why I reached out to my coaches to help me out and put me on a plan where I can get back to feeling great as soon as possible. I will basically link all of the videos down below in the description box if you kind of want to start from day one. The before photo is day one of priming, and the photo next to it is literally yesterday morning. For those curious about how much weight I lost a total of 6.4 pounds in just 14 days of strict priming. I am proud to say that I stuck to all the rules. 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and coffee after breakfast for all 14 of those days. I'll put some pictures up on the screen right now of our own members who have changed their lives and their bodies with this program. We have seen women of all ages who have seen healing and body changes through the priming, feasting, and fasting way. Coaches teach weekly classes on priming and fasting, and they help answer your specific questions and troubleshoot your specific hurdles throughout each month's challenge. On top of that, they also give out weekly schedules that lay out each day's eating plan for everyone to easily follow along. Click on the link down below in the description box or go to the URL shown on the screen, sbgmeetup.com. Hi coaches, how are you guys?
Hi,
Hey Bella, how's it going?
I'm honestly so excited. The original plan was to do it 7 days only, which is why we called it that mini prime. But the standard prime would be 2 weeks, correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And it would have been with snacks on the first week.
My first week was just breakfast, lunch, dinner every single day with my coffee after breakfast, all of those days. I updated Raymond and Emily, filmed a separate video kind of sharing that, wow, that coffee tasted gross. Having breakfast sucks the joy out of drinking coffee. Should I keep priming or should we think about the next step now?
Is your plates getting smaller?
It is very much so getting smaller. When I first started, day 1, day 2, 3, up to 4, my cycle was coming. I got my cycle day 3. My cycle lasted 3 days. Definitely worth noting. Last only 3 days this month. Those first initial days, my appetite was huge. I was honestly like ravenous and taking full advantage of big priming meals. From 5 to now, smaller and smaller.
So that's a great sign. Now, how about your energy? Are you feeling that it's waning or do you feel like it's still kind of pretty good?
Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock. Okay. I'm impressed actually. So have you felt like it's a chore to get your last meal in?
Sometimes not so much because I kind of cheat and I have it at 10 p.m. or I have it at 9:45 p.m. and I have it
late. Real late. Well, that's a great sign.
You wouldn't be ready for a 6 o'clock dinner or anything like that.
Heck, no way.
Right. So talking about that, just like Emily said, your hunger levels when it's time to eat, what are they like?
When I wake up in the morning, I have actually zero appetite. Thinking about food, not appetizing whatsoever. But when I actually sit down and put that food in my mouth, it awakens and it's alive instantaneously. I do notice my appetite's very adaptable. If I'm saying, Bella, time to eat, my appetite's like, I'm ready.
Good. That's a great sign. Did you have any headaches or anything, any other signs that came up on there?
0 headaches, even during my cycle. very minimal lower back pain. Lower back pain was kind of the biggest red flags that I wanted to heal ASAP. The cycle experience was very minimal lower back pain. Overall, throughout this priming experience, my back pain has only gotten less and less.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. You're pretty much ready to go to Mad. The other thing I want to make sure of your sleep. What I want to know mainly is how are you waking up? How are you feeling when you first wake up?
Day 1 to 3, I noticed that I slept extra deep. And when I woke up, I felt drowsy. I was like, whoa.
Drowsy. Okay.
Yeah. Took me a minute to really come back to like, okay, I'm fully awake now. Obviously, it didn't help that I didn't wake up with a coffee, right? But I adjusted and I noticed a surge of energy when I sat down and ate a breakfast. I think after day 3, my body adapted and I was able to get in deep sleep and still wake up at 5, 6 a.m. and feel ready to just go outside and start my day.
No sluggishness anymore. Not even now. No problems.
None.
Okay, great.
Yesterday, this might be TMI, but I think it's worth noting. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I was my libido was so high when I woke up in the morning that I enjoyed.
How do I say it? You had to wake somebody up as well.
Oh yeah, I woke up steak and butter guy, and we had the
best reason to get woken up early. No problem.
It was so great, and now I feel like I'm a convert. Like I don't want to do it at the end of the day anymore. I want to do it at the start of the day. So things are really changing with my hormones and libido.
Wow, that actually is a lot, really, because typically women they're not the morning type. Us men are.
I was never.
So that's what I thought. That's amazing. That's a big change.
I actually wanted to insert a little bit more about this increase in libido, just more details about what happened. And I felt a little embarrassed when I brought it up with the coaches because quite often this topic is kind of risque and a little bit taboo. But when you really think about it, healthy and high active libido is absolutely a sign of fantastic health. The longer that I started priming, the more my libido went up and shot through the roof. Right now, day 15 of priming, I still feel that huge surge of libido and that drive. And trust me, steak and butter guy is one happy guy because I have been really requesting. That's all I'm going to share. The biggest thing that contributed to this benefit was just the fact that I didn't eat just once a day. At the end of the day, intermittent fasting, extended fasting is still stress on the body. And I do believe that my body is still very much recovering from all of the heavy extended stress from my trip in China. If you missed my update video, I'll just tell you right now, I was in China for 4 months. I was there because I was taking care of my father who was suffering with pancreatic cancer. So I was basically his 24/7 caretaker. Because of that, I think my body truly needed a retreat. I see priming now as the ultimate retreat and reset for the body. It's when you need to give your body a full break, a retreat, a vacation. You're taking care of your body by committing to 3 meals a day, which is very nourishing and healing. You would think that eating 3 meals a day every single day for an extended amount of time is easy peasy. It's just 3 meals a day, right? Try it for just 7 days straight. I won't even put 14 days on you, just 7 days. You will be surprised how hard it is to keep up with this routine because life gets in the way. You forget, work gets in the way. But when you actually commit to doing this for yourself, for your body, it really makes a phenomenal difference. At least it did for me in so many ways. And yes, one of the biggest ones was my libido just shot up through the roof. I was also eating very high fat. If you want to know just exactly how much fat I was eating, check out my week-long priming meals linked down below in the description box. If you are new to carnivore and you have been eating a lot of salt and needing those electrolytes, I would highly recommend you continue doing that. I would not change big variables. If you're looking for a high-quality electrolyte product, check out Element. This is what the box looks like. And I really like this blue-colored box because there's 0 stevia flavoring, nothing but the 3 electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, measured out for you in in each little packet. You can throw it in your bag and just take it whenever you feel a little dip in your energy. There's a total of 30 of these little packets in each full-sized box. You just rip one open, put it in your beverage of choice, mix it up, and you are good to go. If you guys don't want to commit to a full-size box, you can get a free sample pack with all of their flavors, including this unflavored one, for free with any purchase if you go to the URL shown on the screen, drinklmnt.com/SBGAL. I've also linked a clickable link down below in the description box.
I have another question too. Bella, before, when you first started this whole process, you were still thinking a lot about cheese. You were still thinking a lot about, and you know, other types of, there were certain foods that got you in the spot that were kind of taking your mind over. How's that been?
Yes.
Yeah. How's that?
The cravings for cheese, non-existent today. Okay. Just non-existent. I can look at my favorite raw Gruyere. You can put it right in front of me and I'll just be like, I can leave it. I can leave it. So that whole food addiction and the cheese addiction has been completely healed through the 2 weeks that I was priming. And I think it's because how you said it, Emily, crowding out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So instead of eating cheese, yogurt, cured meats, I always filled myself up immediately with my staples.
We're seeing lots of good signs. And I want to bring up that libido is a sign of health. It's a sign of vibrancy. Absolutely. And so, you know, we're looking at all these markers. We're not taking your labs and taking your blood draws and looking at all this. We're going with, you know, what are the life functions that are improving for you? And man, I hear so much improvement. So much improvement.
Now, just to let you know this. So, and for some people to know that keep on going priming like this. Some people just like, I just can't do that third meal anymore. We could push it to that point, but I'm like, why? Let's test it out.
Yeah.
There's plenty in the program that will show if there's a weakness in your prime. Right now, it's not telling us that you're fully primed. That's what we're about to test with the 2 MADs and with the 23 ones. That will tell you whether you're fully primed. Yeah. To proceed, you're going to do 2 MADs, but the 2 MADs is not just regularly 2 meals a day. And I do want you to still eat until comfortably stuffed. What I want is for the first 2 days is doing breakfast and lunch for the first 2 days. The next 2 days is going to be breakfast and dinner.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then the last 3 days is going to be a lunch dinner. All of these are actually very important. And then we're going to get into the coffee. You still have that rule, coffee as dessert. Mm-hmm. And also no more after an hour. You have an hour to finish drinking and then you stop there.
So on this day that you have breakfast and dinner, then you're not doing coffee during the day between those. So within an hour of breakfast, and then that's it. You're not doing coffee to get through that. You know, it could be up to 12 hours in between those meals.
Exactly. I understand.
Your desire for it is kind of waning and getting less and less. And so for people that want to give up coffee's neutral. You guys do what you want with this. Don't have it for your food. But, you know, I think that there's so many carnivores that enjoy it. And there's so many carnivores that know it's holding them back. And so if you're one that really feel like this is holding me back, this priming process is the perfect time to just, you can just ease it on out the door. If you're wanting to already, this is a great time to do it.
Easily, I don't see you having a problem with giving that up later. Expect hunger. You're going to be hungry, but it's one of those hunger that's like, I could eat.
At this current moment with my 3 meals a day experience, I have this desire, like, well, I wish I could just skip this lunch because I know I'll be hungry at dinner time.
Yes.
So you're wishing that you could be hungry enough to really enjoy your dinner. That's important. I love that part of our priming.
So that's essential, right? That's a good sign is when you have that like dreaming and desire, like wish I could just skip this one. Okay.
You want that empty feeling again, and you will get that on those 2 days that you're doing breakfast and dinner. You're probably going to get some emptiness feeling, just like not, neutral. It's neutral, and you could get a hunger growl. But I think that it's like kind of what you said, that you're in charge now, that your mind is saying like, it's not time yet. It is time. And that the body like easily accepts that. There's no fight and struggle. It's very easy to accept that.
That's me right now. Okay. Well, coaches, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to send you, and I'm going to get your live reaction. I'm going to send you in the chat my progress photos. Okay. So
Ooh.
react live. Okay, are you ready? Just take a look. Take a look.
Okay. Wow, Bella, you have huge, sorry, big belly, big.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. And wait, this is eating this much?
I know.
Wow, Bella.
This is inflammation though.
It's your belly. That's your face. You can see it in your face too.
Yeah, it looks so.
Oh my God, look at that side picture.
This is a huge difference. And this is from 2 weeks?
This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks of priming. What happened?
Yes.
This is amazing.
Exactly 2 weeks.
Wow.
This, just looking at the picture on the side picture is like, oh, now I can see why your back's been hurting.
That makes sense.
I mean, seriously, it looks painful just looking at it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right? Is your body feeling more like yours already? Is it?
Yes, Emily, it is. And I think that's why my libido spiked too, because I feel sexy again.
Of course. Look at that stomach there. God.
We see it. Priming looks so good on you, and it feels so good on you. You're feeling more feminine. You're feeling yourself alive, energized.
I am feeling myself.
So excited.
Thank you, coaches. I owe you guys everything. Yep.
Oh, thank you for being such a great student.
Of course. My pleasure.
Yes,
my pleasure.
Yes. God.
Awesome.
I'm glad you finally trusted to do it.
I know. I thought I was like above it now, you know?
Right.
I really did. But you learn from your mistakes, I guess.
I know.
I already noticed one of the biggest, most profound impacts, and that was my sleep started adjusting very quickly and without any effort at all. Coming back from China with a time difference of, I think, 15 hours, I came back with a completely messed up schedule. With priming, it really reset my circadian rhythm, and it helped me fall asleep at 9 to 10 p.m. and helped me just wake up at around 5 to 6 a.m. That was kind of the general time I slept and woke up during my whole time priming. It just got better and better. Also, something that I really made sure I was on top of was incorporating wearing blue blockers every single day. Anytime I wake up and look at my phone, look at my laptop and do work, anytime throughout the day that I host meetings on my laptop, I try my absolute best to pop on those blue blockers to really protect my eyes from blue light. Blue light is very harmful to messing up your circadian rhythm, to messing up your body's ability to produce melatonin. When we produce plenty of melatonin naturally, we are able to fall asleep and stay asleep. These are my absolute favorite, by the way. They're all the same design, all by Boncharge, but different colors. And I just rotate based on the time of day. These clear ones, as you can predict, are the weakest protection. They're really just for daily use, daytime use. The yellow ones, medium protection. The red ones are maximum protection. So these I always wear once it gets dark. I wear these kind of late afternoon. They're so cute too. I will make sure to link it down below. They're from Boncharge. Again, the design is called Magnum. I really hope you enjoyed this video, found some useful tips and tricks along the way, and that you feel inspired yourself to stick to carnivore, maybe return to carnivore, or try out priming. If you are intrigued by priming, I highly recommend you come check out my community, the Steak and Butter Gang. You'll be able to work directly with Coach Raymond and Coach Emily in this video and learn from them with their weekly classes about how to properly prime. You'll get weekly schedules to easily follow with meals, how many meals to eat. I'll make sure to link the website down below in the description box, or you can also just check out the URL shown on the screen, sbgmeetup.com. So if you have any questions, additional questions, things you want me to elaborate and go into more detail about, just comment it down below. I'll really keep an eye on the commented questions under this video. If you want more of me unrelated to carnivore stuff, you can find me on my new channel, Bella Ma, which I've linked down below in the description box. If you want more of me only about carnivore, check me out on Instagram at Steak and Butter Gal for my daily carnivore meals, best tips and tricks, and much quicker, concise carnivore content. I'm going to make myself dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening with Simba and Steak and Butter Guy. I'll see you in my next video. Have a beautiful rest of your day. You guys should know that Simba got to eat off of all of my delicious carnivore meals. He's drooling just thinking about it, huh? Yeah? Yeah?